Hey guys, and I'm back with another video, and this is gonna be my my February paycheck, second paycheck budget, and I'm still using the Shave Budgets kit for February. These are just like my little cheat sheets, if you did see that. And I still have quite a few stickers left, only because this was really like my first time using this kit. So I don't know, like after I do like my budget review and stuff like that, I will figure out like whether or not, like what's my thoughts on the kit. I do feel like for the next 2 months, I'm gonna try like something different. Not that this kit is not functional for me, but maybe I didn't exactly plan out my budget the correct way, like maybe I should have. So I do have another way that I want to try to do things, only because once again this week I have been some bullshit. So basically I'm just gonna put down these strips, but you kind of see how these strips like is only made for like, there's only really like one income strip, and I don't really like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab my whiteout, and I'm trying to find the one that I already had, because we already know that she isn't good with things like that. Okay, there we go. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put down this strip. So, fun fact for this week beginning, or not, should I say, not this week beginning, and let's try to make sure that I get this down on the first go and it doesn't look completely crazy. But once again, I had life happen that I wasn't expecting. So and that probably look a little bit tacky, but I want to write that out as I just want to write this out, because really that doesn't work for me, like item and description, because I need like another thing like this. So bills dispensed, budgeted, and then amount, and then date. That's how I would want my thing to be. So fun fact, I was already having like problems with my my refrigerator, but the freezer was working fine, and then all of a sudden the freezer just stops working, and so I had to go and get a deep freezer, which wasn't really bad, but I was figuring, because I've been on this whole journey of everything, and hold on, that's not even my right paper. I've been in this whole journey of, and I always write down like my my things and like what I want to get down on my paper, so I just have to find it because I pulled out the wrong one. But basically, so that wasn't an issue. I've been on this journey of basically trying to clean up my credit, and as you know, when I went over my recap for last year, and if you haven't seen that video, you can check out my January budget review recap thingy, you know, on my thing. And I had paid off the Walmart card, so I was figuring I could spend, like, just get the deep freezer off Walmart. And then something just told me, like, to check my account, and come to find out Walmart close my account after I paid off the whole thing. So that was like a fiasco in itself, and I was really kind of upset, but I think maybe that it worked out for the better, because, you know, it's paid off, it's not on my credit, but it's just, it sucked that, you know, they just be careful when you sign up for these store cards and stuff. And because I asked them, like, well, you tell me you got this information from my credit thing, and, you know, I don't understand how, you know, I didn't give y'all permission to our annual review, and based on the annual review, you closed my card, and I never gave y'all permission to run my credit. For what reason? And basically she told me that it was in the contract that I signed. Well, I was like, let me see a copy. Blase, just be careful when you get in these things and make sure that you read everything. So right now I'm going to list down my bills and expenses that will be coming out of the second paycheck. Now I will go back here and just show you, if you don't know what I'm doing. Basically, this is the pay period that we're in. So these would be the bills that I'm budgeting for. Unfortunately, because I had the things with my tires and then everything else, that what I was originally scheduled to like budget and stuff, that's not what happened. So I kind of had to make it work as to where I would get to keep this money out this check so that I could do things. So the first thing that I have, and if you want to know, I bought these new pens. I used the other ones, but it was like the click things. I kind of like this one better, and this is a Papermate Inkjoy in 0.7. I don't know if the other one is in 0.7 either, but I just like pens with the cap. Is better for me. So the first thing I have is rent, and they both rate the same. It's not really no thing. So what I have budgeted is, and I currently still owe $400 on my thing, and this will be coming, I will be paying this basically out this paycheck on the 22nd. So that's here. I have my car note, and that's gonna be $224. I have Chase, which I need to pay $78, and I'm just gonna put this here. Then I have Kindle, and this is something else that I was trying to figure out, right? Because when my Amazon Unlimited came out, I think they added like tax onto there. So I'll just have to see for sure if this is gonna be that's amount. And then I have Victoria's Secret $195.69. Now this I plan on paying this whole thing off, and this is just like a part of my you know, my debt payoff, and this is what I have, you know, scheduled to come out. For the most part, Hulu, I don't know if this is going to stay at $7.99. I did get a message that it will be reduced by $2, but I won't see that actual reflection until after the 26th of February. So I'm just going to put the total up there. And then something that I'm going to do is I'm going to put savings. And I'm going to budget $100. Something else that I might do is I didn't pay my Capital One either. And I was supposed to pay this, but the problem is that when I had the whole thing with my tires and all that stuff, it kind of messed up. So I kind of pushed everything to the back of everything that I didn't necessarily, you know, I figured if they had to wait, they have to wait, and I can always, is this straight? Yeah, it is straight. I can always, I could always figure it out the next check. If you guys don't know what I make, I am salary, so for the most part, I bring in the same amount every paycheck. So we're just gonna count this out. So it'll be $14.92. Take away 400. Take away 224. Take away 78. Take away 999. Take away 195.69. Take away, and I'm just gonna put the $7.99 because by the time this will be due, it will be the 28th, and actually the reduction will happen before then. But I'm gonna budget the $7.99 because I'm not sure I'm gonna do. This is what I hate about these old school ass calculators. 195.69. And this will equal what I have left out of there. All right, so basically, well, let's add up the whole total of this first because that was kind of dumb, right? Oh, well, maybe I don't need to do that because I did it over here already. Okay, so, oh no, we'll do it like this. Girl, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I am on vacation this week, so if I need to do a little extra driving, I don't have no, hold on. You see what happens when you can't focus? I'll be able to do a little extra driving. If you hear any noise, that's my annoying ass boyfriend in there playing 2K. And does anybody else hate when their significant other just don't listen? I asked him not to make noise, and he still decided to make noise, so it's annoying. So basically, what this all comes up to is, and I wonder if I write on here, can you see? It's kind of red, so I won't do that. But total expenses will be 93.67, and what I bring home is $14.92. So basically, what I will have left out of that paycheck would be $398.33. Now, I could have a plan for this and I could not, and I'm just gonna fill in the dates of when all this stuff will be coming out. Chase was, we'll just put 2/22, the day that I get paid. But I can do, I'm just gonna roll it over to the next month because unfortunately, rent has to get paid again. So it's like, it's a never ending cycle of bullshit. And I don't mean to call it bullshit, but I mean, it is what it is, really. And I'll make a choice of whether I'm going to actually do this for the Capital One. I am behind, but since I will be making a snowball payment towards it in March, I don't really know if I want to make this minimum, but, you know, I might do it just to do it because I will have $398 left over out of my paycheck. So for the most part, I'm going to fill in these amounts here because it's really not going to change. The only thing I won't fill in is the Hulu because I'm not exactly sure and damn it, I went and filled in the Hulu anyway. Because I'm not exactly sure like what is gonna come out to. So I'll just leave that blank, but I'll put everything else here. What I might actually do, I will roll this over to my next paycheck. Because the next thing I will be having coming out would be my car note by the time I get paid to get it. Excuse me, because I am very tired. So this is my final budget for the month of February. The next couple of videos will be, you know, my March budget and my budget recap and all that stuff, or anything else that I have to think about. And I will be giving you my honest opinion of the shave budget kits, and you know how it works and if it's worth you spending your coins on. I don't really think it's actually a big problem, but for me, just some of these things wasn't that functional for me in the kit. It wasn't functional, and I don't know if that was just like a her thing because of how she has it situated and stuff, but or if that's just a me thing. But I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, yeah, oh, oh, yeah, yeah, oh, oh, yeah.